My name is Jerold. I live in Buffalo, New York. I have the Tiwal 3, and I've had it now for a bit more than a year. I bought it in early summer 2020. I've sailed a lot in the North Atlantic on larger keel boats, Norway, Iceland, Greenland, Caribbean, Spain, Morocco, Canary Islands. On the Tiwal, I sail mostly just locally. So I sail on Lake Erie, which is a couple of miles away from where I'm sitting right now. And I sail on smaller lakes in Western New York and up near the St. Lawrence Seaway. Well, I keep it in the garage. I take it in the car to the lake and assemble it there. And this summer, I assembled it early in the year and just left it at the sailing school from which I launch onto the lake. The owner of the sailing school, Sail Buffalo, was very nice about it and just let me keep the boat there. And so then I leave it on the dolly and just push it down to the launch ramp and am out on the lake in a few minutes. So it's very convenient. Normally, I would say I sail by myself. The conditions generally on Lake Erie are, along the shore at least, are relatively mild, moderate. And so I sail by myself. Sometimes I sail with my wife, but almost, I would say most of the time, solo. And I enjoy that a lot because, the controls on the boat are very simple. There's nothing complex about it as there would be on a larger keel boat. So it's sometimes challenging, but mostly it's just a mode of relaxation. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's even this summer when it was clear that there were no real problems with the possibility of infection from COVID from sharing boats, I went back to sailing on keel boats. But I sail the Tiwal almost as much as I sail on keel boats this summer because it's just so much fun. And I don't need to find crew to sail one of the keel boats if it's large enough that I need someone else on the boat. So I don't know, it just seems eternally convenient and great fun. I got the reefable sail that pushes the availability of sailing days up a great deal because I can go all the way up to the upper end of Force 4 and still be, safe and comfortable sailing. So I would say it's going great. I love this boat. I guess the handling, it really does just turn on a dime, even with, 4 or 5 knots of wind, it just takes off on the water. So it's so responsive to the wind. It handles waves reasonably well. If you're heading into 2-meter waves, it really functions as a brake on the boat, but even so you can get through them. But I would say, yeah, the response of the boat, its portability is also very, very important because I'm no longer exactly young, but I can carry the bags as far as I need to. And the assembly time is not onerous. Yes, what's surprising, I would say, response, portability, and yeah, the speed with light wind. Last summer, I was sailing with my wife on a small lake called Millsite Lake in the Thousand Island areas in northern New York, near the Canadian border, near the St. Lawrence Seaway. The lake was, 3 miles wide and a mile and a half long, and there were loons everywhere. And so when we sailed, it seemed like we were dodging loons everywhere we went, and they were calling out the whole time, "Woo-hoo!" And then we suddenly looked up above, and there were bald eagles spiraling above us on the thermals. And there we were, just sailing along with 10 knots of wind, with all this going on around us. It was just at sunset. It was glorious. It's a great question, and I'm afraid I don't have a great answer because I'm really satisfied where I'm sailing now. I mean, you know, who wouldn't love to sail a Tiwal in Tahiti or one island to another in the Aegean? But I don't know. I think those are pipe dreams. I'm pretty satisfied with what I'm doing right now.